What's going on, my friends? It is Tim Lee here, Legacy Gaming Studio. We're going to play some more of my Minecraft. Share with you here in a little bit. Before we get started, of course, want to let you know about my 7 different YouTube channels. If I'm not live streaming on this channel, I'm probably live streaming on one of the other ones. Check it out: Legacy Gaming Studio, Art Studio, Tech Studio, Music Studio, the Legacy Cast, Hidden Legacies, and Legacy Workshop Studio. I'll tell you more about them during the live stream, should we have time. But we're going to have a little bit of fun here in a second. And of course, I can't do this without saying thank you to my heroes, my legacy historians, my historians of the channel who've been with me through thick and thin and hit that join button. Join button. Share button's important too, but the join button and support financially. Sean Hammond, Tony Allen, my Vanguard historian, Charles Sutherland, and my early access historians, Drawing Illustrations and Art, and John Evans. Deeply appreciate the people who believe in what we're doing here. We're having fun. We're keeping it clean, making a difference. And I just realized that scissors are sitting in the backdrop of this image. That's odd. So, and any canned sodas. That might help. Might make it okay. Yeah. So, shall we get into our gameplay? I think we should. By the way, I don't know what happened. I just, opened my eyes and everything looked like this. The ginormous TNT block thing here in my hand has nothing to do with it whatsoever. As far as I know, I just blacked out. So, long story short, the amazing utility tool add-on for this software is incredible. It's really, really, really good. Makes the game a lot funner. That way you don't have to do a lot of stupid mining, single block style, because I can just walk up to anything and just explode. Now, I do find a little bit of a problem here that it's not by any means organized. There is no method to this chaos. Now, getting close to Bedrock might help a little. But the reality of what I'm doing here is it's random explosions that remain unorganized, and you get what you get, but you get a lot of what you get, which is kind of nice. So this is called Desperation, where I just want to get diamonds and move on with the game, which I'm not moving on in any specific way. I'm just trying to have a little bit of fun. And so this has been fun. It's a lot of fun, actually, to just... I mean... And I started this map because my other previous one failed. The diamond! My previous map failed in lines of Mojang did an update or something, and it just went belly up, and all the add-ons that were for it just went kaput and just absolutely mangled my server, my Realm server. I could have been partially to blame for that, but at the same time, a lot of random stuff happened that was not even allowing me to log in to my Mojang stuff, and so I personally blame Mojang for that. And saying that, I just decided just to start a brand new server all over again, and started this crazy world. And I really need to get some more candles in here before something goes wrong. Or, I call them candles. I know they're torches. They look like candles. So I call them candles, because I'm a terrible gamer, and I don't pronounce things correctly, which just makes everyone angry. And you get that rage, quit kind of feel from everyone. It's beautiful. It's wonderful. It's what people want in life these days. So if there's not drama involved in people's lives, then where's the fun in it? Because that's just how things are. So quickly just trying to... Oh, more diamonds. More diamonds. Give me diamonds. See, I'll do these gently. How about that? And yes, I do have the vein miner turned on from the same add-on, which is kind of nice. It's actually really nice. So, yeah, big booms. They're fun. So, I'm just yeah, I'm cheating, and it's a lot of fun to cheat right now, so I'm cheating. You know, I don't have any good excuses except that I wanted to, and I don't need any better excuses than that. Just hoping. Oh, there we go. I knew it. Unfortunately, as whoa, that is fresh. As amazing as this is, the TNT does not seem to hurt. Well, that's hurting him. Okay, so maybe it does kind of hurt enemies, but with some help from natural resources. So I'm quickly just trying to gather fun goodies and move on. But yeah, and admittedly, I'm making such a mess here that I'm not sure how to get out of here. So I will be using another key component of this wonderful little add-on, which is the warp tool. And we can warp back to the top side when we're done absolutely cheating this system. So it's a lot of fun. What can I say? I'm just going to keep finding lots of diamonds. And the funny thing is, I wanted the diamonds because I wanted to build one specific tool where you need 3 diamond pickaxes. But I'd never built this thing before, which is this explosive pickaxe. Now, admittedly, I think they will both go very well hand in hand together. And no, thankfully, I don't get hurt from using it, which is nice. But this kind of negates the necessity of those diamonds that I was working so hard for. We got 23 diamonds right now. Imagine how long this would take without this. And I'm ADHD. I just want to get. I just want things to happen. So things are happening, whether we like it or not. Things are happening. So. In any case, we did a fun live stream this morning, had a really good time, and played for 3 hours. And I was hanging out with my wife. We went and we did something a little different this year, because budgets are a little tighter this year. And so we decided that we were going to sponsor a family this Christmas, and we bought Christmas presents for a family, a local family here. And so she went on a spending spree and had a ton of fun, and we got all the gifts together and wrapped them up last night and delivered them to our local Shields here, which is a sports store in Montana, and got them delivered to there so that they can get them delivered to the kids for Christmas. And it was a ton of fun because while we can't really afford gifts for each other, it felt really good to be able to give back to some kids who would need it and want it more. You know, usually it's not just any general family. It's actually some families who could really use some help. What? It hurt me. I felt like I got hurt somehow. That was weird. Okay. So, yeah, lovely thing. Nice thing to do for Christmas. So, and admittedly, I don't know about you guys, but the good old-fashioned Christmas cheer, I feel, has been missing a lot in our lives recently. Where Christmas just seems to come and go by a little too quickly, even though it is our favorite time of the year usually, but not having the budgets to be able to, you know, shop for each other this year, not having the, all the same festive phenomena, not to mention, I kind of have a personal belief, well, not kind of, I believe that Christmas is more fun when you have kids. And my wife and I, we do not have kids. And so the experience of truly getting to celebrate Christmas is, I think, really much more blessed and a much more magical experience, frankly, when you have kids that you can, you know, bless and that giving spirit that's so important, you know. Man, you watch all the cartoons as you grow up, and they're all like, it's not about getting, it's about giving. And you're sitting there going, yeah, right, where's my remote control car? Well, when you get to this age, then you're like, you know what, it really is just about giving. You want to do that. It's a lot of fun. Yeah, it's great to get the gifts, but yeah, it's much more fun when you can just feel the spirit of Christmas kind of doing its thing. And so we, yeah, Yeah, it was nice to do that. And we got back from that, and she's like, I'm going to go do some stuff. I'm like, I'm going to go live stream. So that's why I'm here. I'm here to have some fun and talk your ear off while I absolutely hack Minecraft for as many diamonds as I can. Oh, that looks like a way out. Is that the way out? Close enough. Oh my word, look at what I've done. Well, it definitely saves a little bit of time on finding these diamonds. And with the vein miner turned on, as soon as it finds one diamond, it will find all the diamonds in part of its vein. So that's nice. So we can just very, very quickly cause damage here. But like I said, unfortunately, as OP as this is, or overpowered as this is, it doesn't quite work on villains the same way. Oh well. Small sacrifices. I'm willing to do it. Alrighty. It's fun. And it's dark, which means it's going to get dangerous if I don't do something. I think I saw a diamond over here. Let's get some light so we don't have stuff spawning about. No! Don't be wasting that. That looks... okay. I was about to say that looked like it was opening up to another cave, but maybe it's not. And I'm going to destroy everything I just did, but whatever, I don't care. Let's do this. Yes. By the way, for those wondering when I live stream, I do not have an answer for that. I live stream at random, depending on how my day is going. It is not my first instinct to live stream. It's not even my first instinct to game. Well, actually, I guess it is my first instinct to live stream, but it is not my first instinct to game. I'm not a gamer. I am an artist. I'm a photographer. I'm a videographer. I like making content. That is my first thought. So I'm always hunting for ways to make fun content or just play and be a part of content. And that is what we are doing here in very damaging ways. It's lovely. I would love to get all this redstone. There we go. Because apparently there's a lot of excess of it. Now, I do have a lot of redstone already, not to mention we have our, whatchamacallit, mob trap or mob farm. So I don't necessarily need all of that. I am looking for diamonds, though. That's the key ingredient, as it is for everyone. I gotta admit, though, if this becomes too overpowered, I can see myself doing the unthinkable. I'm like I said, not a gamer. I don't usually care, but I could see myself possibly attempting to maybe go after the Ender Dragon and actually try to beat some of the actual game. I make no promises to that, though. It's just if I get that bored, and I never get bored of Minecraft, so that's kind of a clickbaity statement to say that I will end up breaking my promise on. Not that I make you any promises on that, you know. It's an ADHD thing, so. Okay. Wow, it's so dark. Let's do one here. And here. And there. And there. You know what? I don't know why I'm not setting up a couple in the middle of the room, too, just to play it safe. Get up there. Woo! Woohoo! Creeper! That's not going to be good. That's not going to be good. That's not good. Oh, that's so not good. Oh, that's so not good. Good thing that was there, because that would have not have been good. It really wouldn't have. Hey, no, don't waste them. All right, there we go. This space is fairly lit up now. So I feel like Yeah, we've done a pretty good job. How many diamonds do we have now? Only 29. And I say only, which is kind of weird to say only about diamonds. 29, that's kind of a big deal. But kind of felt I'd get a bit further with this lovely little boom boom axe. Explosive pickaxe. Like explosive diarrhea. Alright. Like I said, I'm not going to have any clue of how to get out of here. Should that time arise if I don't die first down here by a random happenstance of being killed off by some kind of random mob that appears out of nowhere. Or like this morning, if you wanted a really cool experience that was super fun, we were coming down here to begin doing some strip mining for diamonds and ended up accidentally awakening a warden through the wall. And that was a very interesting result. Where, like, it didn't even make sense, and I was running for my life just from hearing him coming. It was cool. Very thankful these explosions don't actually hurt me. But it is quite destructive. I think that's a bit of an understatement, but I like it. I mean, admittedly, this is a great tool to even fight the warden, because one of the things you got to do is, like, immediately bury the warden in, like, a 2x2 deep area. So if it's just running up to him and quickly hammering out some ground around him with this, and look at how quickly this is working. I mean, this is rather impressive. I'm letting it get too dark. And just the mess that this leaves behind is just a tiny bit unfortunate. Now, you might notice that there's light wherever I go. I do have another tool from this this pack, this utility tool pack, and that would be a mining lantern. So it makes things a little bit easier in that sense as well. And trust me, I've played plenty of games where I wasn't going for easy. This is happening, though. So if you're hating this, yeah, there's plenty of other live streams you can go check out. Nothing special about this one. There's a million creators who can do a much better job than me. And I'll stick with this. I'll stick with just having fun. Oh man, it's so dark. It's so dark. Okay, I think I'm about ready to get out of this space. There's so much death and destruction. I never expected so much death. Let's see. Here we go. A couple more red, which, like I said, I got plenty of this already, but why not? May as well fully get my hands on whatever I can here, just to simplify the process. Which I don't know what my process is going to be, because this is rather intense and is doing its job very, very well. Let's do... Well, you probably shouldn't be doing it above your head. I'm doing it. Because I'm at level 50. Oh! Whoever designed the floors to make sure that you could always escape out of them, I think that was excellent game design. Do I have flint? I don't think so. So if we want flint... There we go. Now whenever I get some flint, I'll be able to pick it up. It would stink to get stuck in the bedrock. Whoop. Very interesting designs going on here. More lapis. Not that I need it. See, like that seems freaky, but there's always a way out of the bedrock. Interesting concept. Interesting design. All right. Like I said, incredibly overpowered. And quite lovely at that. It's a lovely mod. I'd like to find the way out of here. Ooh, speak of the devil. I think that's it. See, here's the problem, is I can try this till I'm blue in the face, but there's no control over it, so... that's just one of the reasons why it's so overpowered. So now we can go like this, and let's see if we can build some stairs coming down so I can get up there. Nice. Found my way back, boy. Excellent. I didn't even need my I didn't even need any fancy crystals or anything. Fancy crystals. What am I trying to say? Didn't need to use my warp, which I might use now, frankly. Excuse me. All right, let's get up here. Yeah, I'll probably just do that. Yeah, that is mega overpowered and a lot of fun. I'm noticing that I need to get some food in me. I'm not entirely sure why I was hurt, but okay. All right, yeah, we're going to do this. So we'll go to warp and hop back to base camp. Teleport. Alrighty, so now to organize all of this beautiful nonsense. So anything that I could put over here in the oven, or just go like that. And I think that's it, because I have not the vein system turned on, but I have another special system going here. So let's get all this redstone moved in. Filled up that one. We can go over to the next one here. Let's go with this and the lapis. I'll hold on to the diamonds because we can do some quick work with that. We got sticks as well, which we'll need those. So let's go over here. And I want to mine this guy most likely. And then this one if I have the opportunity, but this one was the important one. So we need 3 diamond pickaxes and 2 sticks. So we should have everything we need to accomplish that most likely. Oh yeah, so let's get that. And we'll come back over here. Go here, and we need 1, 2, 3. And now we should be able to build the big boy. Where's the big boy? Actually, I want to make one of these too. So I'm just going to go ahead and grab one of these while I'm at it. And then I want to make some nice tools here, hopefully. But here we go. Boom. Yeah. This one does a 9x9 area, which is awesome. So between that one and this one, we're pretty dangerous here. I like it. And then we can use the little iron pickaxe to do like little cleanup duty. Because they are kind of messy. Now we need honey blocks, which we haven't figured out yet. So that's what I should do. I should keep looking for ways to do honey. And then, might not hurt. Well, we got 19 diamonds. I kind of need to get some more diamonds. So I might do some more mining, unfortunately, which is not my first desire, but at this point, I don't see why not. What is the house system made of? So, let's see. House. I just need some wood. So let me see if I have anything here. Here we go. And then let me hop back up here. So now we can get the house warp zone, if you will. Oh, missing a door. I should have a door up here. I don't have a door. I will make a door. Okay, let's make a door. Okay. Now we can do it. Right? Here we go. 3 homes. So now we can put this in here, move that over, move that over, move that out. And now when you look here at the homes option, I have 3 locations that I've already programmed in here. Amethyst Deep is kind of cool. It's an amethyst area with some geodes. And so plenty to... I just like it. I don't want to mine it. I just like it. And I did take this corner wall and I installed that back over here in my base camp. So if I teleport back to base camp, you can see I've brought some of that wall and made that over there because I thought it was cool. So, and this is before we had all this overpowered stuff. So let's see here. Let's go ahead and... Oh! 5 extra diamonds that I didn't realize. That's lovely, lovely, lovely. Alright, let's do this. And let's put away all of our wood components here. Not that. That would be iron. Sticks and stones. Storage boxes. Just clean up some of this mess. Okay, boop, boop, boop. And I guess at this point I'm thinking I want to build that other utility tool, which is the Omni tool. And to do that, I need to find bees. And I had a theory on finding bees, and I don't know if it will work. But it's a theory that I would like to try. So what I have is a bunch of different kinds of flowers. And I think it would be kind of interesting, that is not a flower, to plant all of these in a certain place and see if they bring attention to that space and bring bees. That would be the hope. And I'm not sure if height is a requirement, so that's something I would also like to look into. Let's do this really quickly. We're going to switch into my jetpack and go for a little flight. I'm kind of thinking it would be... Whoa, why am I not flying? Well, I got the suit on. There we go. That's more like it. Oh. So I was thinking it would be kind of cool to like come up here and put all those flowers here. So let's see what happens if I try to do that, and hopefully I won't get in trouble. Let's see, some poppies. Let's get some of these. Peonies, I think that's what those are. And let me just try to get a couple moved around here. Well, we got a bunch of them, so I'm kind of hoping. The other thing I'm wondering is if we need a certain specific tree or whatnot. So I can see us needing to maybe get some trees involved in the near area, because last one I found was hanging from a tree, so I can see that being a similar need. This looks cute, though. I mean, there are some trees over there. I have jungle saplings and sugar cane. That needs to go by water. But let me see here. Fear not, for I am here. All right. All right, so now I need to yawn. All right. Now what I would like to do is get some trees to plant. Actually, there was one right there. Yeah, let's look over here and trees. Any specific tree? I don't know if we need any specific trees, but we'll go with those. It's night, so I may as well sleep it out. So let's do some sleeping with the trees. Okay. Let's do that. And fly back up here. And let's plant a couple trees up here and hope that that gets... Since I have no idea how to actually attract bees, if I think about it in a real sense, bees are attracted to pollen, you know, and create honey from flowers by oxygenating and planting and moving pollen about, among other wonderful things, and shows my lack of knowledge in every way, shape, and form on how pollination occurs between plants and bugs and everything else. So there we go. Am I selling it well? Am I selling myself well? I'm sure I am. So now that that's there, I'm curious to see what happens, but I do think we will need an alternative solution here. And I think the way to get that, I found it once and I destroyed the hive because I didn't know what I was doing. And I still don't know what I'm doing. So instead of going and watching a tutorial on how to do it right, I would like to come up with 20 different ways to try and accomplish it. So that is what is going to happen now. We're going to start with putting away this poppy. We'll grab these. Bamboo. I'm going to leave the bamboo. I don't think I need that. I wonder if sugarcane would be at play in any way, if they're doing anything with that. What else do we need for up there? I thought I had one other theory. If we're going on a trip, which is kind of my intent at this point, I want to unload a lot of them of important stuff. So let's get these mining tools put away. Let's also play it safe, and we're going to turn off the essentials unit. So the essentials unit basically will, anything I mine will be in its fully fixed form. So how do I even begin to put that? It won't need to be smelted. It will be smelted already. And that's, talk about overpowered. That is another very overpowered tool. So I'm going to skip that. I wouldn't mind making some more arrows to get rid of my flint. So maybe I will grab a few of those. And I think I already have feathers. So let's see if I can make myself some arrows. I want to learn about what this wild armor is. Smithing templates, which I haven't gotten to yet, but I haven't unlocked a smithing table, and I guess that might be an important thing. So that might be on my to-do list here in the near future as well. So we got flint, sticks. Yeah, so we have everything we need to make... Did I just not see it? Yeah, there we go. Cool. So now we have that. Let's go ahead and go back over here. Put away our excess of that. I assume we'll need to come down here and put that in there. Okay, let's go back here. Add this to the pot there. Good. This needs to go up here. Feathers get put with that stuff. Let's see what else we got. So we're looking good there. Here's some torches. I definitely don't need levers, so see if I can find a place to put these levers. Okay, put these away. Of course, food is always food, so I'm good with keeping the food. Okay, this can go over here. I can go next to it. These can go here. I would like to have this in a usable format. Let's go here and put that there. And then that should be about right. Now what we can do is take this coal and immediately, by right-clicking, refuel our jetpack. And we're about as good as we're going to get at this point. So, time to fly. So, let's go see if we can find some bugs. And hopefully not literal bugs. Well, we need literal bugs, but not like program bugs. Which is still exactly what we're looking for, but you know what I mean. Thankfully, if you have some coal in your bag, this jetpack seems to last for a fairly reasonable amount of time. It's not perfect, but it really could be much, much worse. And I found you can build airplanes and stuff like that with some of the add-ons that are in Bedrock, but the problem is they fly so fast that on a cell phone, and I've tested it on a computer too, it's unplayable. Because the background changes so much and deforms by so much and everything. Mainly on a cell phone is how I have played it, with a little control like a backbone kind of controller. Of course, I got an off-brand one off Amazon for $50. And it's been pretty great, but it ain't perfect. All right, I think these were pumpkins over there. Yeah, so we got pumpkins over there. Not entirely sure the benefit. And then right over here was where the literally right over here. Off of one of these trees is where I found the last bees. Don't forget, if I get too far away, I can easily warp back with my utility warp. And that will get us home just fine. We could even use the home tab if I have home programmed in there. And I think I do. But there are limitations. And so if you're like, oh, I can put it in just a million jump points. No, you have a pretty big limitation on how many places you can add. And then the reality is, if you lose, if you die and you lose these tools, if you re-win these tools, you'll be fine. Oh, horses! I do have something for that, but all right. Here is I think I've spawned here before. Okay. I'm not going to lie to you. I feel a little sleepy right now. Not what I want. This game is kind of messing with me in one of those kind of modes. Alrighty. I do not see any wildlife. I'm hunting. Huh. I mean, this is hard mode too, so that could certainly be at play. Have I been in here before? I feel like I have. Yeah, it's dark in here. I don't like that. I don't know if I've been in here, but I hear enough noises to know to run, so I'm running. Ooh, hello. What is this? Oh, that's just iron. But watch this. We can easily come up here, and it will do a 3x3 cutout, which is much, much cleaner than that dynamite. So you can kind of keep your stuff a bit more organized this way. Let me come over here. Oh, that's just, no. We can take it, but it's not that good. There we go. Okay. Well, it's getting late, so I might jump back to the home, unfortunately, because I am not seeing anything that looks like bees. And we definitely got some stuff coming out of the woodwork here that I do not want to be attacked by. See, look at this. Here's some plants and stuff around here, so it would be nice if that was the case, that there would be some beehives here. But I don't see anything like that, unfortunately. And now I'm pretty solidly pushing my luck, too. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to fly way up. Never tried this before. Let's swap to our warp. As soon as we say that we want to use it, we're going to start falling out of the sky. Here we go. Base camp. Teleport. Oh, wow. A lot easier than I thought it would be. I thought I was going to fall to my death. So this is great. All right. Let me see here. All righty. Resume game. Well, I admit I might not be playing for much longer. I'm a little tired. I can see myself maybe switching over into the art studio side of my studio here, or even into my music side. I'm not sure. Depends on how I feel. The goal here... Let's restock up on this. Still hunting for bees. Hey, what's up, Esteban? Let's see. All right. What are we doing now? Well, we're smelting some stuff here. Boop, boop. Okay. Let's put some stuff away here. We'll put the sugar cane away. And I think we'll just go flying again. Let's see what we got. Okay. By the way, this is my crazy little contraption. These pickaxes are from the utility tool add-on for Bedrock Edition, and they are heavily overpowered and a lot of fun to play with. So basically, one of them is the TNT, also known as the explosive pickaxe, and I will give you a demonstration here. Let me land somewhere-ish. So let's do about here. And it's rather powerful. It's great, but the problem is it is very messy and leaves behind a lot of cleanup if you're trying to make an area look nice. But it's very reasonable for trying to quickly mine for diamonds at a lower area. And I guess you could get down there a little quicker that way too. My other pickaxe here is one of my favorites. This is the multi-block pickaxe. And this one, let me come over here. This one will do 9x9. And I used to use this one all the time. And by the way, the most important thing, they don't go bad. They don't die. Hey, iron! So I am totally cheating, and I'm enjoying using them because it's nice and relaxing. But you can see here, look at that, we just went all the way through a mountain with a 9x9 block, and it allows you to enjoy playing a different part of the game other than the extreme amount of mining to brick by brick to find diamonds and things. Speeds it up just a tiny bit. Yeah, I like the 9x9. It works pretty well. The problem is you can't set it any lower than 9x9 as far as I know. So the only option that you have is get an iron pickaxe or a diamond pickaxe or something, and that'd be your 1x1, your 1x1 cleanup. Then this one's your 9x9, or if you're just cleaning out a major area, then grab yourself the little TNT baby and kaboom. So, and the unfortunate thing is, as far as I can tell, it doesn't hurt any villains. So it's overpowered in mining, not overpowered in, I think it's considered a 3 power if you have to fight with it. So not very powerful. But as you can see, it'll, oh wow, look like Superman went through here. I just get tired of mining all day long, and mining's probably my favorite part of this game. You know, I like doing all that sort of stuff, but when you are that invested, it just makes more sense to do a 9x9. And then I also have some stuff turned on, which I guess I left it at my base camp, so it's not going to actually do it. But it will mine entire veins for me, where if I find a vein of a special stone like this lapis, it will automatically mine it for me. And we can even do another function that will take the lapis, not the lapis, but like iron, and make it its post form. So it's smelted form, which is pretty nice. So it saves you a little bit on coal and kind of gives you some other options while letting you enjoy the game a little bit differently. Oh man, that stinks. I thought that was diamonds, and instead that is definitely not diamonds. But I would love that gold. And as you can see, it won't do any good to try and get these guys. I know what would be kind of... Ooh, I only have 28% left. All right. I need some more coal. So let me put some more coal in this. That way I can keep flying. There we go. And by the way, the jetpack is also a part of this game, part of the add-on. and that's a really fun little add-on too. So I've never beat the game. I don't have the special wings that you can apparently get in this game, and so the jetpack is a quick fix for that if you're the kind of person who enjoys flying around in this mode. So I like that. That's fun. Okay, there we go. You can just see the mass cleanup that we can quickly accomplish here with this. Let's do that, and there we go. Not that I need copper, but I can get it easy enough. Oh fly, please fly. Yeah, the elytra. And I think, I mean, like, you kind of deserve, you should fight for it, win it, and deserve it. But at the same time, I just play this game. Oh, I've always wanted to try and take one of these out. Oh, I'm interested, but that's really far away. What I might do is land and make a warp. Save a warp zone. Because I don't think I have enough to fight these guys. I've never won against all of this, but I think that'd be kind of cool. Admittedly, this whole world over here looks kind of interesting. So I'm curious if this is like a city or something. Huh. I think this is considered the Horde. So, admittedly, my elbows are getting pretty sore, so I need to try to get my game controller working again. Let me land here, far enough away where this Horde won't try to attack me, hopefully. And let me see what our base camp is. Ender's Deep Dungeon, Amethyst Deep, and Base Camp. What's in this one? Water, Nether Pool, Mob Gate, and Castle 2. All right, we can get rid of Castle 2 because we've already done that one. So we're going to add this, and we're going to call this one the Horde. Horde Base. Okay. Okay. That way, if something goes wrong, I can get back here if I want to come back and try this. Let's see. A little bit more coal. And let's just go take a look-see at this. I don't know if they can shoot at me. I may try to land on top of it. Oh, there they are. Okay, can I get on top of it without them shooting me? Sure looks like it. Okay. Is that supposed to be like a turret down there? You know what? I could totally set my warp here. Let's do it. Remove, add. It's totally cheating. I love this. Horde base roof. Submit. There we go. Now I can jump back or whatever. And what would be really interesting to me, though, is I got plenty of arrows. So it'd be kind of fun. I don't know if they spawn. If they don't spawn, it would be kind of interesting to take them all out. Can they shoot this high? There's one. So I think I'm trying to remember what that is supposed to be. That looks like a golem or something. Huh. Okay, well, since it is getting night, I am going to pick a corner here and just break into this so I can see. Whoa. I'm surprised he didn't die with the warden earlier. He usually one-shoot shots. He also doesn't shoot through walls either. I should have died. That was so much fun and so spooky. I was so happy about how that went. That was a lot of fun. Oh, look, another city over there. Oh, this is fun. I like this. I like the exploration we got going on here. Let's go ahead and kind of prep ourselves for a little bit more war. Let's go back to the base camp. Because we'll need a lot of tools and arsenal to whoops, come back here, to actually fight properly. And I can have some stuff to unload here. So let's go ahead and dump this in there. Let's see what we're looking at here. 21, yeah, we're good. We can take this, though, and stick this one here with it. Let's go back up here and toss that in there. Okay. All right, this looks good. That one looks good. And this one, put the lapis in here. These guys, actually, no, this one needs to go up here. I think I might just reorganize everything. I like to do this on occasion, where we just take everything out and sort everything back in. I'll leave those in there, because I think that's a fairly obvious plan of action, organization here, so... let's see, pop that in there. It also gives me the chance to look over my foods, see how we're doing on that sense. I'll keep my coal as well, because I obviously need that for my backpack. I think I'm in a space right now where we could probably grab this. And do I have another? Maybe this one. Let's go get ourselves some beef and do a little bit of meat maintenance. You should put them frames to remember what each barrel contains. Oh, so is there a way to put like item frames on the barrels, or is there a way to like organize that a little better, or is that something where I should have like built something above or below to mark things? That's something that I haven't paid enough attention to. Can I just like come in? Yeah, I can. I can just come in here like stab them like this, huh? Like run into them. That's interesting. That's a cool little, unfortunate little trick. Oh, that was that one. I guess it's just a little easier to attack. Spartan style. For tonight we dine in Minecraft. Oh, you can place them on the barrels. You have to crouch so it places it. Okay, cool. I would be very pleased to do that, and I have not had the thought of doing that to this point, because I always thought, like, I've always installed them, like, above the barrels, not on the barrels themselves, so I'm okay with that. We can work with this. Alright, I want to speed this up a little. I just don't want to waste a perfectly good diamond pickaxe. I mean, a diamond, there we go. Alright, kind of going to town a little too much. I wouldn't mind taking out some of these lambs. Get some lamb chops, some lamb shank, some leg of lamb. There we go. Okay. How badly have I... Oh, there's still plenty. Got to be real careful with this this pickaxe, because yes, it does good work, but I could also completely damage my property, since if you attack something, it's no problem, but if you hold it for too long while you're attacking, then it'll cut a 9x9 grid out of anything it touches. Okay. Plenty of meat that we got going on there, so I'll put that on. I'll put the shrimp on the barbie, and we'll be good to go there. Oh, let's see. And the chicken. Frankly, we should do that. We should do a little bit more chicken. Because I need feathers for arrows. If I'm going to go after the horde and try to kill them off, I'm going to need lots of little chickens. I know I should consider making a chicken farm, like a automated chicken farm. I just don't think it runs quite as fast as it does for me just to harvest them myself. It is a rather cruel-looking machine, shoving every... I mean, it's a video game, I shouldn't care. But I'm sitting there looking at, like, how you, like, hatch these chickens, like, right over top lava or underneath lava, and then when they grow tall enough, then their heads get stuck in the lava, and that's how they die. And it's like, oh, I've had them. They sort of work, but that's a bit violent, you know? Alright, cool. Plenty of eggs to go around. I say that's violent, and then I'm like, but yeah, just running around in my pens and killing animals with a big sword, you know, that's not violent at all. This game is twisted. Oh, just splashed on myself. Have you tried the new slasher horror game called Minecraft? Let's run upstairs and see if my mob farm has done anything, which if it has done anything, it would have had to have done it within the time of me being here. Yeah, I didn't expect much. Did not expect much. Yeah, I don't need anything from... hello. Gotta perfectly time it. All right, hey, Rooski. All right. Any organization that I need to do? Well, certainly not that. You know, it's just kind of like taking your jacket off and throwing it on the couch when you come home. Just throw the spear on the floor. No big deal. Okay. I like when you get all these eggs, but at the same time, they become quite a nuisance, especially when you have a larger flock, where literally you'll just walk through and be bombarded with eggs and that just fill up your entire inventory. And that sounds like such a terrible thing. You know, it's like, what are you complaining about when you just start the game? But then when you get into the game a little bit, you learn to, like, not like it. All right, so let's see here. Plenty of iron, that's great. I don't know if I need any iron anything at this moment. think I'm fitting pretty solid here. The only thing I wouldn't mind doing would be to make some diamond stuff. But I would also like to do some, what is it called when you put fire and water together? Lava and water together? Obsidian? Some obsidian armor, just to play it safe. So I don't know if I want to waste my diamond on it when I can make the obsidian. So what I might do instead is we're going to get this. And honestly, we're really close to a source to do that very, very easily. So I think I should just go ahead and try and do that. Let's go ahead and... What do I want to do? I want like 2 or 3 buckets. Okay. There we go. And then what time of the day is it? Looks like it might be getting a tiny bit later, but we can still try it. So I have everything I need. So let's go ahead and bounce down to my warp. I'm going to go to water. Now, the nice thing here is, here's the water, tons of it, and then right over here is lovely lava. So we have a couple different opportunities here, and I think I'm going to try and live a little dangerously here. I'll tell you, you're going to get burned, buddy. If I were you, I'd get out of the way. Sorry, Balto. Buddy, I like you, but I can't protect you. Sorry, buddy. Now, why does that work that way? So why did it just make cobblestone? Do I need to do the water into it? Let me try it this way. Hang on. So if we go here and we grab water and then we pour that water directly... All right, so what if I grab lava, mix them in a certain way, huh? So let's do this and try it like this. Huh? What on earth? Definitely not using that one. So, and yes, I have seen this before. I'm trying to understand. Whoa. Oh man, I hate those little things. Okay. I was just going to warp back, but we're going to do it this way. You have to put the water into the lava source from above. Okay. Well, and frankly, I don't want to mess up the lava that's already there. So I'm a little concerned about screwing that up. So we'll see. I'll go back down because it does need to be. I think it needs to be a solid source, right? Like a feed source. It can't just be a lava flow. It actually needs to be the source brick itself. The source brick needs to be the source brick. So okay, I keep getting scared that it's turning into night, but maybe it's not. Yeah, solid source. So that means I need to pour that water in there a bit more, which is a little unnerving because I don't want to mess up my lava source. You know, my lava source, my lava. Okay. Well, in my opinion, I feel like we have an awful lot of lava to work with here. Honestly, you can make a hole in the ground, put the lava in it, and place water over it to not ruin the source you're using as a bucket. And actually, let's try this. Let's do this. Wow. That deep. That real deep. Do I have more? I do not. All right, I'm just going to try it. What happened here? I mean, that's a source brick, isn't it? It's holding still. You're sneaky. Thank goodness. Wow. That took its sweet darling time. And unfortunately, I don't have a pickaxe that is not going to completely mutilate everything around. So I'm going to go get one. And I'm wasting coal. I shouldn't be doing this, but you're not going to tell anyone, right? Okay, here we go. And I need iron pickaxe. Nah, see, I know Esteban, he's on my side. Let's go. Get ourselves some fun little stuff. There we go. Okay. And hopefully not die by the thing around us. Has to be a diamond pickaxe. Well, if you got to set rules, then fine. So, I mean, just go and set the rules. Just go and set rules. Esteban. Setting rules, and now I gotta. Bah humbug. I mean, set a diamond pickaxe and all that. Esteban. There we go. Let's see. Rules are meant to be, bro. Yeah, you're right. Okay, here we go. So there we are. Let's go over here. All right. Grab that. Grab this. Go like this. There we go. It's quite a little... Now it's getting night, isn't it? No. Okay. Esteban. All right. And let me in. Okay. Really? Did we get it? I think we got it. We got it! Nice. We're in like Flynn! Like Tron! I haven't seen the new Tron. And I'm not going to lie. Another movie that has me intrigued. I do not like horror at all. But Markiplier has that Iron Lung movie. And I am intrigued. Because it's just cool to see one of our own, a YouTuber, getting credit where credit is due. It's kind of a big deal, and I think that's kind of excellent. So, while I certainly don't like horror myself, I am thankful to see someone is doing something amazing, and not only doing amazing, but doing it apart from how the system is done. And movie theaters are interested, everyone's interested, it's kind of cool. I'm curious how it's going to come out too. I feel like It. We survived. We're good. We're good. Just a little anxious there. Just tiny little anxious there. You know, just. Okay. I'm very interested to see how it comes out. And it's great to see. I mean, obviously, Markiplier has this humongous fan base that is proving that we can be powerful, you know, and I see that from a different sense, you know, where horror movies, absolutely not my cup of tea, but if we could create clean content that, in my opinion, would honor God and get that same kind of pull from our followership that makes corporate America, AMC, Regal, all these different companies go, hey, maybe we should check this out because everyone obviously cares, so maybe we should care. I mean, that's kind of a big deal. Markiplier's movie could completely change the industry for small creators, which that would be pretty sweet. And it means that more of us can dream a little bit more about doing something beyond what Hollywood has told us we can't do. So I'm intrigued by that very much, and I haven't been in a movie theater for longer than I can count. But I would consider going to a horror movie that I don't like horror, but I would consider going for the sake of kind of celebrating in a moment, because it's kind of a big deal. It's not kind of a big deal. It is a big deal. It's a very big deal. So I'm intrigued by that. Yeah, I died by lava a lot too. I think I might have died by it this morning. Did I? I think I did. I don't remember. It was a very serious death, obviously. I have not been paying attention to it's night. Wow. Well, hopefully everything stays far away from me, because at this point, I kind of just want to keep going. Because the good news is, not only can I get myself some obsidian to build an obsidian armor, but of course we can also begin the process of making a portal. And frankly, I would be interested in maybe trying to repair. I've never done this. I've always made my own portals. I've never tried repairing a portal that was already broken and seeing, like where that would lead. So I would be intrigued by... You can't kill me. You won't kill me. You will not kill me. I'll kill you first. Survival of the boxiest. I mean, this is going to happen. So, there we go. All right. Let's do this, and I would like to get these. Thank goodness for diamond pickaxes. This thing's lasting forever. Oh, no, come back. How many do we have here? 23 pieces. So we can make some reasonable armor out of that. And then I think I do have a portal already saved, a broken one. And so I can go and... I'm sorry. Did I just see that lava soak up one of my obsidians? There. Now what you gonna do, huh? Take away all my obsidian, are you? It's not gonna work for me. Nuh-uh. Okay. All right. I admit I watch Markiplier and watch the lifestyle he lives, and I know all of us who watch him see it the same way. You just gotta love someone who is humble to not care about the money he has, but creative enough to know how to use the money he has. And be very giving with the money he has, and also show a pretty serious respect to his fandom. No, you don't. No. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go hide in a corner, and no, we're not doing this. We are not doing this. That's a sign. Back to base camp. Okay. Anyway, just the idea that it would be nice to, I think all of us would agree, fall in those shoes one day where we would all be able to utilize finances of that nature to be able to bless other people and create stuff that people actually want to see and people actually want to be a part of, you know, and I think that's amazing. I'm working on a documentary that I hope will change the way that young people see old people, you know, the way that young people... Oh my word. That was a big boo-boo. Can I undo? Where's the undo button? Oh, that was very bad. Oh, that was very bad. Oh, my Lanta. Why didn't you warn me? I used the wrong pickaxe and destroyed my storage area. Oh, man. Yeah, bad things happened. The word is oops. Okay, I think oops about solidifies the situation we are facing here. Oh no. So much repair. Oh, my spirit. Oh, wait a minute. That's a gap. That's a gap. We gotta close the gap. Close that. No, don't you dare. That I do not need monsters crawling in here. It is so hard to clean up when you got monsters crawling around. Okay. Oh, right. So much trauma. Alright, I'm just gonna bury this hole. I originally... Wait a minute, I need that. What is this? Okay, Why do I hear a monster? That sounds like he's, like, in my... Oh! I guess he was up there. Is it morning? Ah, it must be morning. Yeah. He lit up on fire. All bed knobs and broomstick style. And never said he'd last. Okay. Wow, this blows. So much to fix. And I'm kind of curious how much I actually want to fix. Okay, we'll go that route. Just try to make it all look good again. Hate to have all that sitting out there, though. Oh, man. are you dogs sitting around? Do something useful. That's not what I wanted to do. Ka-chunk, ka-chunk, ka-chunk. Okay. Ka-chunk. Alrighty. And let's do... There we are. Okay, let's get some of this organized. I checked out your art channel and you have videos from crazy long ago. Oh, I didn't realize that. I'm joking. Yeah, I've been around a long time. I've been doing this for like 15 plus years. It's been a very, very long time. That is my oldest channel. This one's my second oldest. I've seen things. I've seen things. Oh, that's something I actually want to do. I want to build a, how do I build a smithing table? Oh, I could totally do that. Probably has to be all the same wood. Let's see if it'll let me do it. Hey, all right. Let's put in a smithing table, which I have no idea how to use. Skadoosh. Upgrade gear. All right, I have a theory on how that would work. But now, my next question, do I need to... I don't need to bake obsidian, do I? No. Obsidian is already obsidian. That's not how this would work. Yeah, did you see me back when I had hair? I used to have hair. It was beautiful. I used to have some big locks of hair. All right. Yeah, I am the, what I lovingly call the old vanguard of YouTube. I miss those days. And I honestly mean that. I miss those days. YouTube was very different than it is today. Now, admittedly, I was doing much better on YouTube back in those days as well. So that's one of the reasons why I miss it. And it took nothing for YouTube to change their algorithm and completely alter the future that I was building on YouTube. It happened. We move on. Not much of a choice in the matter. It did get a lot more sensitive, and it got a lot more... It got beasted out. I don't judge Mr. Beast for his content. I judge YouTube for altering its algorithm to only appreciate content that someone like Mr. Beast would offer. And frankly, they did it because it obviously works, and it makes them more money. And I understand that. It's a good business practice. That's why they did it. But that means that my channel, my drawing channel, this channel, all of my channels don't meet what that algorithm expects. And because of that, we get sliced at the knees and we lose. We don't even get people to see our work because the algorithm doesn't think we're worth it. Yeah, Mr. Beast did raise expectations. He really did. He brought professionalism to a higher quality. He moved content forward where it had to be done quicker and faster and be edited more intensively, and he did all of that. And he did it well. He spoke the language of the algorithm, and he should be proud of himself for that. He really did. And he shouldn't be judged for that. My judgment is when a corporation looks at that and goes, obviously this is the way everyone does things. And so here we go. Surprisingly, I found your stream first thing on my recommended, and I never have streams pop up in general. Well, I'd love to hear that because, frankly, I notice that I have far less viewership in my live streams than I do in my pre-recorded videos. I don't have the time to do pre-recorded videos, so I'm very thankful that my stream pops up at all. And frankly, when I see a stream pop up in my feed, I don't click on it, so I'm thankful that you're here. I'm forced to do this format because of my lack of time. The amount of time it would take for me to record, edit, and upload is the amount of time that I can make a paycheck from another client so that I can pay my bills to live this way, you know? So unfortunately, I've been forced at it to a quicker content form versus what I might like to do just because of the scenario we're in, you know? But yeah, I'm thankful to hear that that worked out for you. And for me, I'm glad you're here. So it's not a loss by any means. It's quite a win. It's just unfortunate that we have been limited, you know, because though, yes, you clicked, and I'm glad you're here, not many people click. And because less people click, it gets shared out less, and because it gets shared out less, then I have 8 views, and I've been recording for, or streaming for over an hour at least. So I don't get the chance to really show people much because the algorithm goes, yeah, he's slow. It's not Mr. Beast speed. And I'm sure there's many more stipulations to that. And I've taken the classes, I've watched the videos on, no, the algorithm's actually really great if you know how to use it properly. And I find that while that's true, that's made for shorts. That's not made for long-form content. And I'm a long-form creator. Let's see, do people usually come in and chat or come in and leave? I would say majority come in and leave. I don't think they stick around. But I've had 8 views. So in an hour plus, 8 people. You're the only one who's text with me. But this morning, we had several people come in. I want to say around 30. And we had some nice conversation in the morning one at like 6 a.m., 7 a.m. in the morning, which really surprised me because it's early. People are up that early, you know, that kind of a scenario. So that was a nice surprise. But here we are in a peak time where more people would come in here and see stuff. And it says here, chat rate 1, which would be you, 8 views, average view duration, 55 seconds. 55 seconds. So it's very interesting. And I would like to see the not imprint, I'm trying to think of the right word, the impressions, how many times they have put my video out to be seen. So, and I'm a little more sensitive than others about this because I have been sliced at the knees many times by YouTube. I have 7 YouTube channels, and one of my YouTube channels has become demonetized because they stopped sending notifications to my 10,000 followers on that drawing channel. And so they come to me and they go, hey, listen, you're not getting the viewership you were in the past. And because of that, we have to, sorry, I have to cut you off. And I'm going, they're not getting my attention. They're not, my followers, my subscribers, the people who've hit the subscribe button aren't getting notified. You're not notifying them. And a million creators have said their followership isn't getting it because we're creating content for new people. We're not creating content for our followers. So if your content's good enough, it'll get in your followers tab again. And it's like, no. They subscribe for whatever I put in front of them, for Pete's sake. And no. Nope. That is not the YouTube way. So, but here's the thing I laugh about. TikTok right now has expanded to 15-minute videos. Guess what? They're expanding into long-form content. Why? Because long-form makes money. The longer you can keep someone in your chat room talking with you, thank you, Esteban, the more money YouTube will make. The more money everyone makes. Because it's more about how long you keep people engaged. So, and I'm not a fake person. I'm sorry, I'm not going to, oh my gosh, I'm about to die. Oh, look at all the wolves. Here, I'll come over here and I'll do another one. Oh my gosh, look at the wolves. Do I run mid-rolls? I should be running mid-rolls. Let me see, am I running mid-rolls? Stream settings. Let's see, monetization is on. Oh, nope. Mid-rolls are on now, buddy. Sorry. He's like, wow, this is nice. A content creator is not monetizing. This is nice. Sorry, I just hit the right button. I'll see you in a minute when you get done with the ad. I'm sorry. Oops. Thank you for your sacrifice to the cause. Shoot. Oh, man. Okay. I have to remember how this works. Here's what I'm going to do. Let's go here. Let's grab... I haven't tried this yet. I haven't gotten to try this yet. Let's see what this does. Add a piece of armor. I would rather have diamond armor or obsidian armor in there to do that. I have ad blocker on right now. I'll turn it off for your streams. Got to get the man paid. Thank you. And I totally understand. I totally understand. And here's the reality. I'll be showing my father-in-law a video, and he's very outspoken. And he's like, man, I hate ads. And I'm sitting there going, me too. Sort of. As much as I hate ads, they do assist. And yeah, I get that. There, I allowed pop-up ads for this channel. Pretty cool how you can pick and choose. Oh, you can do multiple channels and support financially that way? That's sick. I'm cool with that. Now, are you doing the YouTube ad blocker, or are you doing like a third party? Out of curiosity. Out of curio. Okay, so I will figure out this obsidian stuff. I feel like it needs to be smelted down. I'm going to try this anyway. I feel like this is wrong, but I'm going to try it. It wouldn't make any sense. But what have I got to lose? Is it actually working? It's an everything ad blocker, so wherever I go on my browser. Oh, good for you. That's awesome. I support that. Totally get it. Is it actually smelting it down? Pi ad... Oh, I've heard of Pi. Yeah. I've totally heard of Pi. Do they actually pay you for the ads? Like, do they actually pay you if you watch the ads? Out of curiosity. Because I've definitely heard of it. I want to see if this smelts this down. I'm very curious if it'll actually do it. Because obsidian, how would you smelt obsidian? Let's see what happens. Maybe it does smelt it down. It doesn't. I'm literally watching this. I'm watching grass grow here. Bear with me. I choose not to do the whole paying thing. Feels like there's something up with it. I wouldn't doubt it. Okay, nothing happened. The coal just died. Okay, which is what I figured. I would wonder if I need something stronger. Because, I mean, I have enough here to at least make like a helmet or something. I'm about to try and do it all diamond. Here's what I'll do. I'll do some pants. Because I'm just too curious not to. Add ingot or crystal. Diamond leggings with wild armor trim diamond material. 6 armor, 2 armor toughness. Oh, you get to keep the template? Or did I just have 2 of them in there? I think I just had 2 of them in there. Yeah, I'll try it again. Let's do it again. Let's try the helmet, because unfortunately, with my jetpack, I'm limited. Alright, bye-bye template. Nice knowing you. Yep, okay, gotcha. So now, let's do... Here's the thing. I've, in the past, had some YouTube videos that didn't go viral, but got incredibly paid incredibly well. And I think it was because the product I reviewed, which I did on my own terms, and they didn't contact me, I just reviewed it for my own sake. I think they were able to see that and then select that video to put their ads on. And when they did that, I blew up on one of my videos. And I kind of think that's a bit how that ad blocker would work. I would assume, ish, kind of, maybe, you know, that kind of a thought process, give or take. There we go. All right. So at least I have a little better protection with the hardness stuff. 5 out of 10. I'm just curious where I would get the obsidian stuff. I'm trying to remember where I got it in the past, because I did have some obsidian armor in the past. It's been a minute. Okay. Okay, that looks good. All right. White wool. I'd like to get rid of that right now. Get rid of our feathers. Got an awful lot of meat going on here. That needs to go over here. You know what? We should do your little labeling thing here real quick while we're here. So let's see what happens with that. So I think we'll need... let's see. I don't think we can get away with this, but I'm going to look just in case. Nope, doesn't look like it. Yeah, it needs to be a full plank. See, that's kind of stupid. I'm watching with a family member who also has ADHD. What's one of your biggest struggles in your opinion? The biggest drawback? Consistency. 100% consistency. We are, for your family member who has ADHD, this is the most powerful superpower that this world has. I love having ADHD. Yes, it absolutely comes with struggles. Comes with a brain that either can't keep up with you or you can't keep up with it. It comes with keeping you up in the middle of the night because your brain's running. It comes with childhood trauma. It comes with um, grief. It comes with second guessing everything about yourself. It comes with doubting your theories. It comes with a lot of negatives. But the one thing it is the most powerful tool in your arsenal. When you want to learn something, you can and will learn something. If you're someone who wants to experience the world, you will be able to experience every bit of it as far as you want to go, because the only thing holding you back is your brain. And your brain is so much more powerful and so much more ready to take in information than the people around you. Be aware that the people that you love, the people that you work with, the people that are around you, they might not be able to see things to the degree that you can because of your superpower. But if you want to be on social media, you want to be an influencer, you want to be a YouTuber, or you want to be someone who can sustain something, the one thing you're going to struggle with the most is consistency, because we deal with hyperfocuses, where we are incredibly good at staying on task for a limited time. And you feel like, I am so into this, I'm doing this, I'm succeeding from this, I could do this, I can keep going, I could do this for a long time. Whoa, what's this other hobby over here? Oh, what's this? And then hyperfocus changes. But we always have a hyperfocus, and at a certain point in time, you sit there and you just go, switch gears. So that has been my ultimate struggle, my biggest struggle with my ADHD. Yes, there's a lot of problems with ADHD. How it affects your brain mentally, how it affects you physically, even spiritually. But the biggest one is consistency. Being consistent on a task that you desire, something that you might deeply, deeply desire. I've been on YouTube for 15 years doing this. You would think that maybe after 15 years of doing this, there would be a little bit more success to show for it. But the reason that there isn't, and of course I want to blame YouTube, but the other side of that is when those hardships have hit, and when I realized that YouTube was no longer playing on my board game or playing with my deck of cards and choosing their own deck of cards in their own game. I'm playing Uno and they're playing Yahtzee. You just decide to give up and you decide to quit. And you walk away, and then your hyper focus comes back, and then you're back into it. And but that might have been 6 months apart. That might have been a year or two apart. And so honestly, that's why I have 7 YouTube channels now. First off, it's an ADHD trait that we get into many different passions and things. But the other side of that is I want to always be on YouTube. And so the way that I do that is I am constantly creating content from many different passions of mine. See, Legacy Gaming Studio, this is it right here. We're doing this. We're playing video games. Legacy Art Studio. Esteban sees that. I've been doing artwork for many, many years. I was a caricature artist at a major theme park in Orlando that you would know quite well. Legacy Tech Studio, I review camera gear. I talk about tech. I fix tech. I do all kinds of crazy stuff there. I have a whole studio on the other side of the room over here that's an electrical engineering studio that I have no clue about, but I'm learning it. I'm learning how to fix stuff. And I'm getting my hands dirty in it. And the average Joe wouldn't think that that's something they could do. Our ADHD brain? Dude, what's holding you back? Legacy Music Studio. I produce music. I got an EDM stuff. I like electronic dance music. I create all kinds of crazy music. I sing into microphones. I do weird stuff. And so each one of these is a different passion of mine. Legacy Workshop Studio, I built this desk I'm sitting at. This whole thing. It's covered in resin. It's beautiful. Hardwood finish thing. I had no idea what I was doing. I just learned it and I did it. That is your superpower. Use it. Use it and abuse it. Make yourself powerful. You're going to struggle with the consistency, but you can become very, very powerful in whatever you desire to become. And while this doesn't work well for our world, you are incredibly able to become gifted in many, 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 many different components and become very good at each one of those. Not a master of each one of them, but very, very good at each of them. And that makes you undeniably a superpower at your job, at your church, at your organization that you work for or volunteer for, within your family. It makes you strong in ways that your family can't do. And that is beautiful. That when my wife has a problem, she comes to me because I can fix it. When my in-laws have a problem, they call me. When my friends or my coworkers or any of that, they call me. That's how it goes. So it's crazy how there's someone like yourself doing all these things, and due to the high YouTuber count, it's hard to find someone like you. I honestly think there's many of us. And I think a very high majority of YouTubers are ADHD leaning individuals, creatives. I think that's, to be an entrepreneur, to be someone who thinks that you can turn your passions into money-making opportunities, which I firmly believe that each one of my passions could make money if I was able to be consistent in them. Each one of them in their own right could make money should I invest 100% of my time in one of those passions. I could flip that into a career. But instead, because I love experiencing more, I have to compress, and I hold myself back because of my need to experience more. Versus, there's a statement that says, what is it? Jack of all trades. A jack of all trades and a master of none. And that's what everyone always remembers. A jack of all trades and a master of none. But there's an extra line to that. And it says, a jack of all trades and a master of none is usually better than a master of one. Which means while everyone is telling you focus on one key goal, focus on one dream, and frankly, that is the way to find success. You have to focus on one dream. People like myself firmly believe that there's many, many dreams that we can accomplish in our lives. Unfortunately, having that mindset doesn't sit well in the lovely ecosystem called YouTube, or in the lovely ecosystem called stardom, celebrity, fortune, money. While there's a lot of folks who actually do make a lot of money who are ADHD, they have honed their craft and aligned themselves in certain cases. I don't know if I'll ever get to that point, but your superpower is your ADHD. It's amazing. But it's also your curse, because consistency, the voice is always in your head, which is usually your voice in your own head constantly attacking and bashing you, telling you that you're not good enough, telling you that you should have been doing this or should have been doing that. But don't look down on yourself. ADHD is such a beautiful gift that I believe God has given me, that can be used to honor Him, to bless others, and to make a difference in a world where everyone hates on each other. I firmly believe that my gift is a gift that can be used to honor God and bless people like you. And you have that superpower too. Use it. Use it to bless others. Use it to your advantage. Understand what the pros and cons are and learn to work around them. And it's worth it. Absolutely worth it. but it does come with its inconsistencies for sure. So that's my advice for your ADHD family member. All right, where are we going here? What was I going to do next? I fixed all that stuff on that wall. Technically, we need more diamonds. We've made a hardening for those, which is kind of cool. I was trying to figure out obsidian, but I did figure out some of that. What else is there? He's been agreeing with you the whole time, and he said thank you. He never says thank you, so that's new. You're welcome. You're welcome. Be grateful for what you have been given. There's no one in the world like you. There's no one in the world with your skill set or your talent, and I truly mean that. You can run as far as you want with this, or you can crawl in a corner and cry. You have the choice to use your power or allow it to eat you. Use it. It's worth it. It's fun. You'll nerd out about things that no one else will ever understand, but it is that good when you allow it to become a part of you and understand it. And maybe control it with some medications. I am very thankful for the medications I'm on. It makes a big difference in my life. And I'm 38 now, I think. I think I'm 38, and I only just learned about medications for me within the last 3 years, 4 years, somewhere around there. And then the other side of that is, even when I got the medications, they worked at first, but then they died out. And so I've switched to new medications that are even better for me. And so one size does not fit all. You will have to war within yourself to figure things out. Now, I was raised in a traditional Christian household where my mother firmly believed that ADHD was simply a lack of self-control, and it can be maintained with discipline. And I'm glad she treated me with that respect and believed in me like that. But I wish I had had the chance to try medications at a younger age. I think that they would have made a difference for how I hold myself now, how I respect myself now. I have a lot of self-doubt that I carry in my life because of the lack of certainty that I had when I was younger. And I wish that I could have experienced medications as a kid to see that the voices in your head aren't you attacking yourself, and that they can be balanced, controlled, balanced, and not constantly be in there, while not making you a... You know what I'm saying? It's not dulling who you are. It's simply putting balance into you and giving you a sense of purpose and self. And instead of that dull that we've always heard about from people who take medications. No, it's different. And frankly, I frankly don't want to tell you the medication that I'm on, because frankly, the medication that I am on might not work the same for you, and could even be hazardous to you. So it really does depend, really does depend on you, on how you go about that. So, but be wise, be smart, but understand that some of the thoughts in your head are your own hormones and your own chemicals in your body just wreaking havoc on you, and they just need a little bit of maintenance to make you realize, dude, all these emotions, they're kind of fake. So it's not perfect. It's not a perfect lifestyle. I sleep terribly. I have insomnia. I have all kinds of issues. But I can tell you that if I had to pick this brain over someone else's brain, I would still pick this brain, because this brain just needs to experience everything. And this brain has the opportunity to run further than anyone I know can run, and to be the person who everyone trusts to fix their problems. Don't be a people pleaser, though, because, yeah, that won't work in your favor. I'm just warning you. Learn to stand up for yourself and hold yourself accountable. And you're a human, and you need to be protected and paid properly for your time and your service and your efforts. And that's something I still have to learn in myself every day. And we either... Thank you for asking the question, by the way. That is such a lovely question that I really feel I don't get the opportunity to share with someone else. I mean, I force it into the world on my content, but someone actually asking that, Esteban, is a beautiful question. So I think that's lovely. So thank you. Yeah. I'm only just getting started in my healing of someone who has lived in ADHD his whole life. And I'll be living in ADHD for the rest of my life too, but an uncontrolled ADHD versus an ADHD that can actually just be maintained, can be balanced, can be purposeful, and be useful without feeling like you're sitting there looking at yourself in a mirror going, why aren't you doing this right now? Why aren't you doing that? What that conversation I had with my brother the other day, why did that go so right or so wrong? Why is this past memory from 10 years ago that I've been forgiven for, that everything's good on, why is that coming back and attacking me right now? That spiritual attack. Why am I feeling all of this just random attacks out of nowhere, and I've learned that with my ADHD, I have a neuroticism, if you will, which is I guess it would be like a victim complex per se. And I hate putting names to things. It's just you have to realize who you are, and once you realize who you are, then you can figure out how to counteract those things and understand how to maintain your emotions. And hey, I saw that Enderman over there. Sorry, I'll switch back over here. I'm looking out the window of this little thing, and yeah, honestly, most of the things you're listing off, I have them and deal with them, and I always just thought it was weird. No, you're not. No. And here's the thing. ADHD is only one part of what everyone deals with. I think everyone, whether some of us are called neurotypicals or neurodivergents. People with ADHD are the divergents. Neurotypicals are people who don't feel that they have that. My wife doesn't have ADHD, but she can still say that she feels a lot of these things too. She was telling me the other day she feels those personal attacks from the past. She still feels all that. And I say two things about that. One, I am a Christian. I do firmly believe that the more you fight for Christ, the more you're attacked by Satan. And so I do firmly believe that we will be under constant attack, and we have to learn to protect ourselves in a spiritual format. But in the same way, our body is a chemical machine, and that chemical machine is just trying to keep us safe. And 90% of the time, for people who are neurodivergent or ADHD, we're in fight or flight mode. We're dealing with anxiety. We're dealing with stress. Emotions are a key controller of what keeps us going. The punishment of not getting something done, and that feeling of stress honestly is one of the controlling factors of someone who deals with ADHD. And once again, I'm saying it again, it's a superpower. But it's not easy to deal with. And it has to be handled carefully and maintained carefully. And yeah, it's not just an ADHD thing. I have not given you your answer to everything to say that you had ADHD, but I do firmly believe that we're still going to connect. We're still going to see things that you're going to be like, wow, I deal with all those thoughts in my head too. I deal with all that stuff too. Absolutely you do. Some of that's very self-inflicted. Our past will attack us. But sometimes our past attacks us for different reasons. It's not always just because your body's mistreating you. Sometimes it's because you have to work through some traumas and Satan's using that against you. I've never gone to therapy, but I can promise you, as a previous pastor, I have been a therapist. And I have had the conversations with people who have said that they were weird. And they're not weird. You're not weird. You're not weird. You are human, and that humanity comes with understanding that there's things about yourself that maybe you still need to work on. Or there's things that you haven't given to God and are out of control, and you don't need to handle that stuff on your own. It's ridiculous what the world has put us in. And there's no other choice than to realize you gotta stop trying to carry it yourself. The more you carry it yourself, the more pain you're going to walk into. And I mean, that makes people choose to end their lives. That makes people decide that they have no value. And that's just normal. All of us are doing it. Some of us might be doing it in excess to others because we got a little bit of that ADHD twisting in the background. But yeah. I never believe I had ADHD because I didn't want to label myself. So that's mainly why I always assumed I was just a weird person. And I understand that. I absolutely understand that. Here's my thing, though, and I'm going to warn you. ADHD has become very mainstream, and it's become very powerful. To say that you have ADHD, honestly, in certain cases, is a tool. Not a crutch, but a tool where people are like, oh, ADHD actually means that this person is diverse. They're capable of seeing many different elements that could make things better for our company. And because of that, it's become kind of mainstream. So, first off, don't hold yourself back from seeking out truth because you're scared that it's uncool. Okay? Yeah, it's tough. It's tough. It's tough. In my opinion, if you're in the hospital and you know there's something wrong with your body, and the doctor that's meeting with you says, hey, there's a possibility, a very tiny possibility, that maybe, just maybe, you have cancer. I would like to find that answer for you. I'd like to help you so that we can work on the healing. And let's begin this healing together for you. Let's see what we can do for you. Now you have a choice. Do you choose that it's uncool to have cancer, or it scares you to have cancer, so you'd rather not find the answer because you're scared of the end result? Or would you rather find the answer so you can begin treating the problem? Or begin understanding the inconsistency of how you don't match to anyone else? We need to not be afraid to figure out who we are so that we can better ourselves. And I gotta tell you, finding out I had ADHD, I bawled my eyes out to find out that. And let me make this very clear. I have still not been assessed by a doctor. That is still waiting to be done. But through reading books, through doing my own research, through sitting down with my wife and her reading the books that I read, us literally being in the woods in the middle of Montana's mountains on a campsite, and her reading a book on ADHD to me, and her going, "Is this how your brain works?" And I'm like, "Yeah, that's how my brain works." And she goes, "That doesn't make any sense to me. My brain doesn't work that way." Connecting those dots and realizing that, and then beginning the healing process and understanding what I have, is making me a more powerful person. Not a better person, a more powerful person. I know the skills that I bring to the table versus others. I can also understand that the knowledge that I have that's powerful needs to be dumbed down respectfully so that it's explained to them. That's a very empowering feeling. And knowing that strength means I can become stronger in myself and feel more certain about myself. Why wouldn't you want that? Having ADHD might not be cool, but having ADHD and knowing it so that you can see where it's hurting you and see where you could better with it and see where you can use it. A wrench can serve two purposes, okay? A wrench, you can take a wrench and you can tighten a bolt and loosen a bolt. But you can also take that wrench and use it in a very unconventional way, and you can use it as a hammer. Understanding that ADHD comes with pros and cons and comes with different ways of using the same tools in ways that no one else will understand, but that works amazing for you and makes things better for other people around you. It's pretty awesome. That's pretty awesome. And there's very little excuse to not try to fight for that. I was consistently saying, do I have ADHD? Because every time you just, something, I feel it was like dots in my mind connecting and switching, going from maybe I'm weird to maybe I'm just like others. Oh, dude, I'm in the same boat. I'm in the same boat. I'm in the same boat. I'm still trying to decide if I don't have some additional things. I would say that my sister, who's an incredibly smart person, I feel that she deals with a syndrome called Asperger's, which is a challenge to communicate socially with other people. She's incredibly sociable and a wonderful person, and very strong and very smart. But there's an inconsistency that needs some balance. And I think she's learned a lot about that balance and learned a lot about herself in that. And knowing that actually helped her forward a little bit more. But being weird, Esteban, being weird is not a curse. And you're the person who's told yourself that, not someone else. And if someone else has told you that, they don't understand the whole story of you. They don't understand your life. They don't understand what makes you important and special. They didn't grow up being you. They don't know the mental war zone that you have in your brain. So if anyone else has ever told you in your life that you're weird, start first by asking who that was. Understand that that person has as many problems in their life as you do. That person has been hurt by others. That person has chosen words that do not represent you, but now you're taking them in and using them as your identity, and that's wrong. That's not your identity. That's not Esteban. I don't need to know you to know that that's true. On another note, if no one has told you that, but you're sitting here in your own spirit going, I've been telling myself that, The one thing we do best of all is put ourselves down. The one thing we do best of all is judge ourselves, worse than anyone else judges us. The one thing we do better than anything is hate ourselves for the way that God made us, for the things that God gave us that could be used as tools, and to look at the person next to us and go, well, I wish I could be like them. And them, what you don't realize is they're looking at you wishing I could be like Esteban. How the life that this person over here is living is incredible, and I want to be like them. I want to experience their life. And then if you were to sit in their shoes and you realize that they're going through abuse and other things, the bruises and everything that they're experiencing, and you're sitting here on your own and you're going, I wish I could be like them. And they're sitting there going, I wish I could be like Esteban. I wish I could have the skills that he's bringing to the table. I wish I could have all this. And you got to understand being weird's not bad. And being weird is self-inflicted. You are accepting that as you. And that's wrong. I think Esteban's pretty awesome. I think you're pretty awesome. You're sitting here listening, trying to help yourself and trying to help your family, and you're experiencing some things right now. It takes a lot to be able to take all this in right now and realize, dude, I was wrong. I'm not weird. Might be a little different, but that different is amazing. That different is empowering. And what I want you to do is I want you to keep saying, yeah, I'm a little weird. But I want you to say it differently. I don't want you to say, I'm weird. I'm weird. People won't get it. I'm weird. And I want you to say, I'm weird. I am so weird. I am weirder than anyone else out there because I know what I love to do, what I can bring to the table. What makes me me is something that no one else can become. There is only one Esteban. There is only one weird guy like me who can do this to the best of my abilities, to do this the way that only I know how, and to make a difference. Because God gave me this weird, and it's a great weird. I have to learn to understand that this weird is not a bad weird, it's awesome weird. There's people who wish they had this. But it comes with carrying the burdens along with it. Every car that drives down the road has one of two things. It has a gas tank or it has a battery. A gas tank full of gas is very, very heavy. A battery full of charge is very, very heavy. You have to carry burdens to move forward. So there's always going to be burdens. But they're powers. That gas, that electricity, that is your weird. Don't look at it as a curse. It is the opportunity to move forward and succeed. And it is God's direct gift to you. Does that make sense? It's a direct gift. But you have to learn to use it and understand it, and you have to learn to accept it. And learning that I had it was the most powerful experience I've had in a very, very long time. Crying with my wife, going, oh, now this kind of makes a little bit of sense. This kind of, I'm a middle-aged man learning this. And only now, I mean, I always knew I had the abilities that I have, but Only now am I beginning how to understand how to use them. Take this moment and make it your moment to learn how to use your skills. Dang, bro, best talk I've had, way better than something I've ever think I've had with a therapist. Man. Yeah. Okay. First off, I'm not saying you have ADHD. I am saying that you have gifts. It doesn't matter where you're from. Doesn't matter what you're dealing with. Now, if you're finding some consistencies with what I'm saying, then maybe there's an idea of that, and maybe there's some ways to maintain it. I'm just saying, don't go light. Don't be afraid to check. Now, I'm dealing with a little bit of a situation, completely on topic, off topic, but I've had to fight to get the medications I have because I live in Montana. I live in rural Montana. And so the problem I have is to get certain medications, you have to be seen by a psychiatrist. They need to ask you a couple questions that pinpoint if you're dealing with something, if you got anxiety, if you got stress, if you got... And they're going to ask you questions. Honestly, those questions are only going to make you feel more empowered and prove to yourself more that maybe you have this thing. And I think that's empowering in itself. I cannot wait for the opportunity to have this test and 100% verify that this is true and have it on paper, because then it'll be easier to get my medications. I've had to work quite hard talking with my doctor, because they literally have sent me a paper that said, we'll call you within the next year to have an appointment for your psychiatric whatever study. And that sucks, because I deeply want to start nipping this in the bud. I want to start solving my inconsistencies, and I want to figure out how to be better. And so it's tough to do this. It's tough to find this stuff out. Hopefully where you live might be easier. In Montana, that's not the case. There's very limited amount of care that we have here. But fight for it. Get the answers. And if they tell you you don't have ADHD, then celebrate that. What on earth is going on? Oh, wolf drowned. Oops. Don't be afraid to seek that out. I cannot wait for the opportunity to know more. Now, thankfully, I know my doctor sees my sincerity, and that is why she gave me a prescription to help me move ahead anyway. And thankfully, my doctor was like, listen, I can't give you this certain drug that might help you, but I can give you something that's weaker that can at least get us in the ballpark. And then if that works, then we can move on from there. And I lived on that drug for 2 years. And when I realized it was starting to work, but it wasn't quite working for me in the way I was hoping, then I asking her, hey, listen, what do we got? How are we going to get this psych visit? What are we doing? And her going, we're doing our best, but obviously the limitations are in front of us. She was like, okay, we've talked about this long enough. Let's get you on something stronger. We're going to take a shot. And that was the best decision. Ugh. Wonderful. Wonderful. That way I can empower my weird and not be stuck in it and sucking in it, and I need to understand what my weird is and be able to control it. And that really helped me. I'm not saying medications are the ultimate fix. They were just the fix for me. But understand... Okay. Runaway zombie. But understanding that and fighting for that is going to be a role that you will have to do to get your answers. And if they give you another answer, if they tell you, hey, listen, you're dealing with suicidal tendencies, you're dealing with some other stuff, there's ways to help with some of that stuff too. Therapy, if you do therapy, maybe they can get you a better therapist. Maybe they can direct you a little better. I mean, there's no... don't give up on yourself and just put yourself in the weird box. The weird box is not a curse, it's a gift. But get answers so that the weird box isn't as uncomfortable for your soul, you know? So, what on... Dude, I mean, seriously, get up on this thing and you won't die. Or you will. Okay. I should fix this so that doesn't happen again. I might be able to do that. Let's see, what do I do? If I plug up... I will just do that for now. Hopefully that'll fix it. I just want to give you some hope, Esteban. I want to give you some hope, and I want you to give yourself some grace. I want you to give yourself some grace. Perfection is overrated. And the people that you think are perfect hate their guts. They hate their own guts. People that you think have it all together, and you might have heard this from therapists in the past, they are just as lost as you are. They are just as stuck in their own crap as you are. They're just as confused as you are. It's not about looking up to other people. It's about understanding what people are and what you are and using that to your advantage. And finding that you can give yourself just a little bit of grace, which is very, very, very hard to do. But it's doable. And I don't want you to whatever you choose to believe, whatever you choose to believe. And I have some very strong opinions on certain beliefs, but whatever you think you are, whatever you want to be, use the weird in your benefit and see it as a pro. And then carry the gas, carry the electricity with you, but understand that you got a chance to be in four-wheel drive. You got the chance to use all the power, and I don't know if the car effort makes any sense, if that car analogy works, but you're about to climb a hill. And that motor has to run hard to get up a hill. And you're going to be running hard RPMs. You're going to be working hard. You're going to... But once you're at the top of the hill and you begin to realize some things about yourself that start to make a difference, it makes the load a little easier. And as you're coasting down the other side of the hill and you're going down, suddenly the gas you're carrying feels a little lighter. The wheels are spinning a little better. The engine's not having to work so hard. And you sit there and you go, oh, this is me. This is me. There's a way to balance this. And if they don't give you medications and they can just give you a little bit of enlightenment on who you think you are, if I'm doing that for you right now, you're already on that first step of understanding how to balance yourself. Remember, I don't have a doctor who's told me, yes, you have this. But with my own personal research, I know I do. With the medications I've tried, I know how to maintain myself a little better. No, I'm not even close to fully maintaining myself, but I understand myself just a tiny bit better. And that's all I need to prepare for the next hill. And I live in Montana. Hills are pretty big here. This feels like medication at this point. I'm just so focused in and connecting the dots. Well, that's great. I'm glad to hear it. What's up, Watermelon? I'm glad to hear it. I'm here to listen. I'm here to be with you. Obviously, this is a public place. In my opinion, I'm going to make sure this is a safe place. But yes, understand that this is public. You can share what you want to here. Just make sure that you protect yourself, because there's a lot of people here who aren't going to treat you with the respect that you deserve here, or treat me with the respect that I deserve here. We need to be careful. But if you feel you need to talk, if you feel you need to share some of the things that, you're wondering about yourself, if I can help you in that. I'm playing a video game, man. You have my ear. I'm ready to help. I'm ready to listen. You might not always be here. But my legacy that I want to leave behind is one where I can help people find success. Not success in life, because I mean, obviously I don't have an awful lot to show for my efforts of playing video games and things like that, but I can tell you that I'm finding a lot of success in my personal walk, and I think that that's something that people are having a really hard time finding these days, especially in families that are separated, in relationships that are challenged, in marriage relationships and dating relationships. The world has twisted things around quite a bit, and it's made it much more difficult. Makes it much more difficult for us now to figure ourselves out in this day and age because we're so inundated by exactly what we're doing right here. And it gives us less chance to focus on ourselves and understand. This is a great escape from those things, but it's still back here. It's still not going away, and it's eating at us. It still eats at me. I go to bed at night dwelling on all this nonsense. But I understand it better now than I have ever understood it. And because of that, that makes me a different person. Dude, I'm 38 years old. I don't know who I am at 38 years old. I am learning a new me. The old me was a chameleon who knew how to act like the person in front of me and act like the person in front of me. And that person goes, wow, I really like you. And I'm going, hey, good. I'm glad you like me. I'm exactly like you because I'm literally emulating you. I'm mirroring you back to you. I'm 38 years old and I'm still figuring out who on earth I am. And I know you feel that way right now too. I know it. I can already tell. There's nothing wrong with that. It just means you got an exciting future ahead to figure out, wow, who's the real estate on here? It's exciting and scary. But you have a chance. It's going to be cool. Thank you, Tim. It means more than you think. It's nice knowing someone deals with the same and knows so much about how I'm feeling. Oh, the list is so long of individuals like us. There is no one or two people dealing with this. It's an entire globe of people dealing in this. And I think the problem that we all face is we sit here and we all realize, hey, I feel really alone. I don't feel like anyone else can understand me. I don't know if anyone else is going to understand this weird. How do I tell someone? How do I trust someone with my weird? Thing is, there's 10, 15 people in that same room who are feeling the same way as they look at you. Now, our world is in a place right now where people are out to attack each other more than they are out to respect each other. This channel is a place of respect, and anytime I have seen anything less than respect here, I have attacked those people on my channel, and I've told them they don't belong here because this is a place of respect. This is a place that's going to honor God, and if you choose not to believe in God, this is a place of powerful morals, and this is a place to lift people up. Esteban, you deserve to be lifted up. I think we all know all of our faults perfectly fine. But I think we all need to be reminded that we're beautiful human beings and we just need to work out some bugs and figure out how to improve. So you're not alone. And you're not alone because I'm here. You're not alone because there's more people in your life than you know who are fighting just as hard as you are. Be careful who you reach out to for that mentorship and for that compassion and for that opportunity to share your weird. But I can tell you that you were never alone. but you were sitting in a room with 10, 15, 20 other people in your school, in your church, in any organization that you're from, and they're all there sitting in their black bubble going, I'm alone, and you're all sitting in the same room. It's self-inflicted. I mean, your brain is not self-inflicted. That's God's gift. But this world has not taught us to trust each other. And so we all just sit in our little bubbles and think it's just us. It's not. It's not. So you're not allowed to put yourself down anymore. Okay? You're not allowed to put yourself down anymore. You're not allowed to call yourself weird. And if you do, it better be because you're calling out your superpower. It better be because you're calling out your gift, and no less. I expect that of you. I will hold you to it. I will remember your name. And when I see you show up in here, I will be checking to make sure that you understand that your weird is your power. Okay? I mean that. I know you can see my eyes. I mean that. I'm going to hold you to it. Do we have a deal? You're going to say yes now. Okay? All right. I know how this moment feels. And I will tell you right now, this will not be this last moment. You will experience this again and again. Because you will be realizing a new you again and again. This is only the start of you figuring yourself out. This is not the peak. This is just the starting road. And you're going to hit this beautiful moment again and again and again, and you're going to cry and you're going to be angry at yourself. But each one of those, you're going to realize that you have just taken one step up and not one step down. And it's going to be beautiful. It's going to be beautiful. It's crazy how you're doing this without a script, just talking and helping. Good. I will hold you to that. It's a deal. It's a deal, okay? And when I'm not here, any video that you see pop up from me, any of that stuff, know I'm thinking about you, okay? I'm dead serious. This channel's too small to not be thinking about each other and taking care of each other, all right? I might not always be here. You might not hear from me for 6 months. You might not hear from me for a while. But no, I will be praying for you. I'll be thinking about you. And I'll want you to succeed. And I expect this to be the lowest of where you're going from here. Okay? I know you've been through stuff. I know you've been through stuff. We all have. This is where you start. Right here, right now. Okay? All up from here. All up from here. You'll fall back a couple times. But like I said, this realization is just one of the many realizations coming up. And the more you grow in this, the better it's going to get. The more exciting it's going to get. I just had this for myself the other day. And I kind of already shared this, but I'll share it one more time for you. Okay? So, like I said, I was raised in a traditional Christian household where my mother believed that my ADHD tendencies were just because of a lack of discipline. Okay? And for some people, that is absolutely correct. For me, it was not. For me, I would have deeply appreciated having that medication that I feel would have made a difference. And I feel like it would have changed me. Now, what that made me realize is that I am carrying around And it's going to sound like a victim mentality. If you don't know what that means, that's okay. But since I don't know how old you are or whatnot, so I want to treat you with respect on your age and stuff like that. But the victim mentality, the idea that I've been hurt, I've been in pain, I've been mistreated, that victim mentality, that neurotic, that's the word, the neurotic way of thinking, I realized that I am carrying around all of that self-inflicted trauma from the years. Okay? All that self-inflicted trauma of not having that medication that calmed my brain down. My brain constantly in this askew, discomforted, anxious, stressed situation. You know how that feels right now. I carried that around for 35 years. Imagine all the trauma that you're taking in because you haven't calmed your brain down from that. And it's not because people are hurting you. You're hurting yourself. That is your own attack on you. Your bodies and your minds and your spirits attack on you. And I do believe that the Bible says we deal with principalities and powers. We deal with people in the spiritual realms. I mean, we deal with serious stuff. So not only are we being attacked by ourselves, but Satan's more than happy to throw as much of that on us as he possibly can. And we're sitting here going, just taking these punches and trying to fight. And so I'm carrying around this 35 years of trauma that I've inflicted on myself, and it's made me a different person than I feel I would have been if maybe we approached things different when I was younger. This is new. ADHD brains click into things. God flips a switch in the back of your head, and your brain just kind of, you know that feeling, if you know what I'm talking about, where you're like, oh, and that hit of realization. And maybe you knew this way too many times. Maybe you know exactly the same thing. It makes sense to you. There's something in your head that just makes sense to you. But then one day that thing goes, and you're like, oh, now you actually feel it. It's not a knowledge thing. Now it's a heart thing. Now you're emotionally, and you've taken it in, and now it makes sense. Now it has weight. Where the other one was just knowledge from a book. That was me within the last 2 weeks. And I was sitting down with my wife in our living room, and I was telling her, oh, now I get it. Now I understand the self-inflicted wounds I have given myself. Because maybe things should have been done a little differently. And had I had known some of what I know now, I probably would have lived my life a little differently. Now, that does not negate the person I am now. Look at the person I am now. The person I am now gets to help you. And you know how empowering that is for me? You know how into this I am right now? This is not about me. This is about you. But the reality is we're helping each other. And God has prepared us to help each other. God has prepared us to lift each other up. And that's why I'm so honored to be here in this moment with you. Because if you can take this and you can run up from here, and you can carry your burden a little lighter as you trudge up the next hill, because you have more of a clue, because your weird is now your weird, that's awesome. But I'm just learning some of this weird myself. And you know what that means to me personally? Completely separate of our conversation, but you know what that means to me? That means that I have just given myself the opportunity to change my path. That has given me the opportunity to see that I don't need to live in my past self thoughts. I can now move forward with this, understanding that this is not how life needs to be or how it should be. I could go a different route. I could be different. And maybe being that different person is going to help my marriage better. Maybe that being that different person is going to help me be closer with God. Maybe being that different person is going to help me be closer to myself. Oh! Oh! Maybe I'll be able to love myself. That's empowering. And you have the choice. We have the choice. Understanding a little bit more of ourselves now means we can figure out how to love ourselves better. Oh! How do you beat that opportunity? You can't. And you shouldn't. You should thrive in it. You should thrive in that now. No excuses now. Just something to think about. I'll tell you, Esteban, the real moments that I want to have here on YouTube are this moment. I think playing video games is hollow. I think it's great to kill time. I think it's great to release that energy. I think it's great entertainment that everyone can enjoy. But that's not why I'm here. I'm here to make a difference. And so I am incredibly encouraged by being able to be here with you, share my testimony with you, share a little bit more of God with you, and share with you that, oh, your weird is so beautiful. Your weird is so beautiful. And people don't see that, but your weird is so beautiful. So run. Yeah, no idea how I'm the only viewer. Algorithm doesn't like this stuff. And when I decide to get a little more preachy, sometimes Satan doesn't like this stuff. And is very happy to hold people at bay. But if you're supposed to hear it, God will bring you here whether you like it or not. You're very welcome. You are very welcome. Oh, my mouse was in slow mode. There we go. Much better. Okay, I'm walking around. I'm not doing anything. What are we doing here? What time is it? 7:12. I'm going to have to wrap up here pretty soon. Let's feed the cows here real quick. I think that's a good place to start. Do you ever go into Discord and talk to people through voice chat and messaging? Honestly, I haven't very much. The need hasn't been there. I'll be honest, I spend quite a bit of time talking about... Oh, how do I put this? Huh. It's a little backwards to what I was thinking in my head, but I think that's the point of the prayer wall. I think that's the point of the idea of going in there and asking for prayer. Because you need more than just one person in your wolf pack to help you move forward. And it was my hope, and still is my hope, that the Discord gives you the opportunity to meet some of your wolf pack. Now, Discord is a quiet place, but I would absolutely, if the need is there, I would absolutely do like a live stream on there and talk with everyone on there. I don't think I'm a good person to be a one-on-one kind of conversation with you. I think that I'm not a licensed therapist. I'm just a friend. But I do feel that we can kind of all come together and do more for each other. And that's where, yeah, I would get on Discord and I would do a video call or an audio call with the whole of everyone and try to be there for everyone. And frankly, that's also why I'm here. I mean, the Discord is a very quiet, tiny place. And what my ultimate goal for my life would be to be a difference is touching a very select few people there. And frankly, the people there are touching my hearts there more than I'm touching theirs. And maybe I need to turn that around a little bit more. I'm not sure. I will be listening to my heart in that a little bit more, because you're clicking some theories into my brain that I've kind of dreamed of, frankly. When I was younger, I created a page called Ask Tim, and long time ago, and there still is something like that out there. There's a newspaper that used to have a column, and it was asking for advice. And I thought I'd make a YouTube channel that was asking for that advice. Ask your advice, and I would answer it. And it never took off, never did anything. I made a couple videos and whatnot, and it just never turned into anything. But I've always wanted that back. I've always prayed that my advice could be meaningful for someone. And I've always found that the crowd that I have surrounded myself with have never needed that from me. I've unfortunately needed more from them than they've needed from me. But maybe I was reaching the wrong crowd. It's an interesting dynamic. I will tell you that the Discord is a safe place. So if you need prayer with something, understand that there are a couple people in our group of friends who support my YouTube channels, who are Christians, who are prayer warriors, who are very gifted at communication. Sean Hammond, who is in here quite often, Drachmyth, is a very wonderful individual who spends a lot of time helping keep me calm. And I think that it's a safe place. So don't be afraid to go into that prayer wall and invest your heart in there if you need to. Or you can send me a private direct message, but I will be very limited to you. Unfortunately, I am this is going to sound like I'm running. I'm not. I'm unfortunately a busy business guy trying to run a business. So I won't always be here. And that's why I love these live streams. And why I love the door being open for you to be able to find me on all the different YouTube channels that I'm working on. Because I'm still trying to grow something so huge. But lean on the Discord. Lean on the conversations here with me. And I hope I can help. I hope I can help, and I hope they can help. Yeah. I love what I do, and I love sharing every aspect of what I do. And on each one of those places, I am happy to share my testimony and happy to help give you some proof of the person you are supposed to be, not the person you're fearful of. So and I want more of that, frankly. I really, really do. So thank you for making tonight incredibly encouraging for me, as much as it was encouraging for you, because I've spent a lot of time in my life being angry that I haven't been able to share this. I've shared this in YouTube videos, and I've put them out online. I've shared this in Facebook posts and things like that, and made my opinion quite known, but it's always fallen on ears of people who might think I'm a little weird. This needs to be a gift for us. It needs to be a gift for people like us who understand each other. Because this superpower is not something that's easily understood. I think the world's changing, and so more people are understanding it, but it needs to be handled in a godly way. And I think some of that's even fallen short, and that's where I want to help, that kind of thing. Thank you as well for literally changing my mindset completely when it comes to how I view myself. Also, I'm 18. You know what I love about that? You're at an age right now where you're coming into some crazy life ahead of you. Your brain is still learning and growing in things. They say that you don't have a fully built brain until you're, I think, 24 or something like that. I've heard even older than that. You have the opportunity to completely adjust. You have the ability to completely change your direction of thought now. As a 35-year-old man, a 38-year-old man, I am having to kind of wring my own neck to kind of understand that I don't have to be the person that I've been for all these years. You're wonderfully, beautifully young, and the opportunity is so wonderful for you that you could take this and really run with it. And really run with it. And really do something beautiful with it. The only advice I would give you at this moment, and once again, this is something that you know. Don't listen to the naysayers. Okay? I know you know that. I know you've heard it. And I know it's a knowledge thing. It's not a heart thing for you. And certain days it's only a knowledge thing for me too. But don't listen to the naysayers. You got a beautiful opportunity right now. And as you're still growing, I love the idea that when you get to 38 years old, that you'll be a better person than I am right now. And that you'll be further along than I am right now. That you'll be smarter, that you'll be richer, that you'll be rewarded for your efforts, and that you're blessing other people. And that you're making a difference because of what you started right now at this moment. I love that you're in a young adulthood and that you can take that and run right up that mountain. You have such a beautiful opportunity to start right now. So don't lose track of that. Go to bed tonight, wake up tomorrow, and try to remember some of it. Even if you need to, if you're this kind of person, before you go to bed tonight, grab yourself a piece of paper, envelope if you have one, but grab yourself a piece of paper, put a date on it, and I want you to write down a couple things that you remember. The things that I said that really clicked into your brain. Fold that paper up, put it in a drawer. That way, in the future, you can come back and look at it and see how much you've grown. See how much you've changed. See if it still means the same to you. It might. I got journals of things that I look at and I go, oh, the immaturity. And I look at other things and I go, no, I haven't changed. It's still right there. Don't lose track of the moments that are touching your heart now, because you're going to need them in the future too. You're going to need them in the future too. And when I'm not here, both when I'm not here on YouTube to answer questions or be a part of your experience, be a part of your life, or when I'm not here because God takes me home, I need this to be your next step. I need this to be the reason why you are encouraged to move forward. And to find your passions, find your job, your career, not a job, a career that you love. goals that you never thought you could meet. And it needs to start from here. So take the time to really, focus on that now, It's a ton of writing. I've heard a lot about journaling and always wanted to get into that because it's so much. People say it's amazing. I just hate writing and I never got into that, but I'll try it tonight. Okay, here's the thing. I'm terrible at journaling too. I do not have a million journals around here with all my notes. No. And actually, remember, I'm ADHD, which means I'm incapable of being consistent in it. So I have notebooks that have a journal entry on one, and then on the next page, a bunch of math for woodworking I've done, and on the next page, that's why I'm saying one piece of paper. One piece of paper. Just a couple points. This is not something that you need to continue into the life that you're doing. This is not something you need to think is a long-term project with a lot of work. One piece of paper and a couple notes on it. The ones that hit you the most. Let's say 3 to 5. 3 to 5, okay? I know I've talked a lot tonight, but 3 to 5. Just write them down. Fold it up, put it away. Your job is done. No more journaling unless you want to. That's it. And then when you're wondering, wow, life sucks. I'm struggling. I'm back. I'm weird. Check out the paper, get a refresher, fold it back, put it away again. Okay? If you like the idea of journaling, I don't like writing either. I'm a very picture-based person. Focus your attention on a task that you can complete right now that'll make you a better person tomorrow. You're going to bed. Oh, hey, bud. Have you been here this entire time? That's awesome. Am I streaming in the morning? What is tomorrow? Tomorrow is... I may. Let me, honestly, I don't know. I really don't know when I'm going to stream or not. I don't have an answer for you. I'm not going to answer that because I don't know. I don't know what my spirit's going to be into tomorrow or whatnot. That's just how ADHD works for me. So I'm not going to make a promise I can't keep. Because if my spirit's not into it, then you know how that goes. So, but no, and thank you for coming back into my life a little bit there, bud. It's good to see you. Always appreciate you. I'm glad that you stuck around and that you're looking for more, and hope we can meet that need. I don't want to let you people down. I've made too many promises I've never kept. And so I will see you again soon. Maybe tomorrow. You guys might got me excited enough to pop back in tomorrow. Yeah, but thank you. And nice to see you hanging out in the background there. And I hope I haven't over-inundated both of you with too much information and given you just enough to be a blessing. So thank you. Appreciate it. All right, Esteban. I'm going to call it a night. We're going to wrap this up. So I'm closing out my my Minecraft here. Hey, it's updating. Lovely. All right. Okay, before I let you go, I'm praying with you guys, okay? There's not too much info on this topic for me. Good. All right. I know prayer is a little weird online, but I'm going to pray with you guys real quick, and then I'm out of here. All right? So, dear Heavenly Father, thank you so much for this evening. Thank you so much for the conversation. Thank you so much for fun gameplay and for an opportunity to connect and be a blessing. Lord, I pray that this moment will be remembered and that it'll make a difference in Esteban's life. I pray that this will be a moment that other people will experience and that it will be something that will change future hearts and minds. May the steps that Esteban makes next may be something that encourages him and gives him strength and shows him a direction that is more exciting than one he can even begin to think of now. Whatever his goals, dreams, and plans are, just direct. And I just pray all this in your mighty name, Lord, and just thank you for this opportunity. It was enriching and rewarding for many people involved, me included, and I just pray all this in your name. Amen. All right. I say this every time. Keep it crispy. First and 412. I love you guys. God bless. And I will see you next time right here on Legacy Gaming Studio. And thank you. You made my night awesome too. All right. See ya.